have worked substantially for the party, and yet because the grassroots workers should not feel depressed or upset or confused, he has now hit the ground in order to make sure that the younger blood is given responsibility, is given the opportunity, thereby making sure that there is a correct signal that goes among the cadres of the NCP, even as 9 MLAs of the NCP have taken oath as a part of the Maharashtra cabinet. What it ostensibly tells us is that while Sharad Pawar is trying to avoid the mistakes that Uddhav Thackeray and Shiv Sena did just a year ago when that party had faced a similar fate after the split, right now Sharad Pawar making sure that he does not utter even a single word of animosity or enmity or bitterness about those who have left. Though we are at a juncture where there is no clarity about the total number of leaders who have switched sides or who have decided to stay with Sharad Pawar. Top leaders from within the NCP confided and said that currently there is no clarity, the numbers are not being given because there still is no clarity about which leaders have gone and which leaders want to come back. Even as in the coming 2 days, we will see that several leaders who are still in touch with both the sides are possibly in a scenario where they will switch sides. What fate will it bring the NCP to? Whether like 2019, when after the coup and the early morning swearing-in ceremony, Ajit Pawar was left in the lurch and Sharad Pawar had finally managed to pull out each and every MLA and bring together the MVA, thereby giving a huge jolt to the BJP. Whether there will be a repeat of that or whether Sharad Pawar will be left to rebuild the entire party from the scratch is something that remains to be seen. But we are being told that Ajit Pawar has already learned his lessons from the fiasco that had happened in 2019. This time on, it will not matter as to whether some leaders go back to Sharad Pawar or continue to stay with Ajit Pawar. The model that was used for the Shiv Sena will possibly be used for the NCP as well. It will be the same template. So irrespective of whatever number of MLAs who have signed on that dotted line on the letter that has been given to the governor, the fate of the party will possibly be the same as what it was for the Shiv Sena, and that is why we see now that Sharad Pawar, possibly having understood this fully well, is in action mode, avoiding the mistakes that Shiv Sena did, setting a narrative, giving out a clear-cut enemy, saying that this was a battle against the BJP, making no mistake that there would be any ambiguity in the hearts and minds of the cadres, specifically the youth. We have seen how during the last election, Sharad Pawar's rally in the rain had brought a windfall gain for the NCP, where youth had come out in extensive numbers and had voted for him, particularly in the western Maharashtra region, which is the sugar-rich belt, which gets majority of the satraps of the NCP into the party and into the reigning rules. Right now, Sharad Pawar saying that several leaders who had played an important role within the NCP have taken a different call, and he does not want the youth to feel disheartened because of it, and that is why he has hit the ground. No animosity, no ill words, no grudges against anybody. Sharad Pawar is on his way to mobilize the grassroots workers, specifically the youth, on whom he banks, and he says that in the coming 6 months to 1 year, that is when the people of Maharashtra will take a call, and he will not judge anybody on the basis of what they have done in the last 2 days. So it looks like a long and protracted battle for Sharad Pawar as well. But unlike the path that Uddhav Thackeray did, possibly Sharad Pawar, knowing that he has very little time, has already hit the ground and has made sure that he starts making the right appeal to the electorate itself, in front of whom he puts out a clear-cut signal.